Alright folks, this is Qazi Rahman signing in from Halifax Commons Cricket Ground. We have the Eastern T20 2023 going on, and this is the last game of the day between Quebec and Nova Scotia. So, do you know who
Quebec won the toss and let it win.
Okay. So Quebec won the toss.
Who's the other team?
Quebec.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia and Quebec. So Quebec won the toss and elected to field first. And they have made their way into the center, and we have the two batsmen from Nova Scotia, Neil Patel and Amit Joshi, making their way into the middle.
You hear a lot there? Here. So I passed here before I was here? No, I was on time. Oh, okay.
So far, we have had 3 games. The first one was a shortened game. Between NSCA, so that was the first game was won by Nova Scotia by 7 wickets. The second game by Cricket New Brunswick by 7 wickets on DLS method, and the third one was won by Cricket PEI by 5 wickets.
Get a ball on it? You get a ball on it?
What's the ball on it?
Taking strike for Nova Scotia, it's Amit Joshi. On strike, it's Neil Patel.
Jimmy over here, Jimmy. Jimmy Sumi.
And bowling from the pavilion end is Jimmy. For the game, just 2 minutes. So the first ball, they went for an appeal straight up, and it's a slow finger raised by Park. Amit Joshi caught behind. Very first ball.
Brother, what's up? Former player, former cricket player? What are you, fast bowler or not? Big fast bowler? Who's your favourite player? Right now, oh man.
That's not what. That's not a start that Nova Scotia wanted. Amit Joshi is looking disappointed, but in goes Hamza. He played a very sensible innings in his first game, so he would be looking to play as long on from here.
Let's look at the example.
Sir,
We just came back from
do you have the Cricket Canada app?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there. So under provinces, I'll show you. If you just go under provinces. Fine, bhai. Can you show him where to see the live game, the link for the live? So, Jimmy on his second ball to Hamza,
Is he on YouTube?
and that's a wide.
Acknowledge.
Fee, bhai, kaise ho? I'm good, how are you? Good. Is YouTube bhi chal raha hai?
Sometimes it can might be able to. So that's a great start by Quebec. Jimmy to Hamza. And that's a dot. Jimmy round the wicket to Hamza, and that's another top ball.
Bang! He didn't remember.
But Varinder also there.
Jimmy to Hamza.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Okay, thanks, bro.
Oh, Amit Joshi got out.
That is a really good start by Quebec so far.
I did that to him.
A wicket and only single run in this over.
From that end, let it down.
Very fast ball. What's your speed? 120?
Jimmy to Hamza. That was played sensibly by Hamza, but yet another
What
dot
happened
ball.
to Jason Order, man? Netherlands got 6 this man. Oh, man. They shouldn't give that over, you know? They shouldn't give that. Shouldn't give to Azadi Joseph. He's defended 9 months. Now, I don't know why they go for Holder. Maybe he play IPL.
Jimmy for his last ball of the over to
He
Hamza.
wants to do an international cricket as well.
Yeah.
Proceeding.
Oh, that's
out.
another
That's out.
another close call. The Quebec team thought they had their man, Neil Patel, but he was safely home.
Should retire now. This guy.
And that's the end of the first over. 2 runs for 1.
I can replace him.
Neil Patel was on trouble there. It was a very close call.
Where you from Jamaica? Grenada. Who's the player from Grenada?
From the back.
Yeah, and that was the first run of the bat.
Oh! I like this flick
Thank you.
shot against Australia. Ooh.
And coming from the far end is Anurit.
Fletcher, yeah.
And Hamza Maksud on strike. So there's 2 fielders outside, one on the third man area. There's a slip. That was, first ball was wide and 2 runs taken by Nova Scotia. So that's wide.
Didn't qualify for the World Cup. So sad for West Indies, man. It's a spot fit. Even Netherlands. I surprised with the Netherlands it changed like 375. I don't know, surprised with Zimbabwe. Couldn't surprise Zimbabwe the way.
Overrated was overrated is
To Hamza.
overrated is good. You put it down. Yeah.
That's another wide down the leg, and Hamza steals in a single. That's
The way this ball is the starter, I don't think.
so batting in the middle now on strike is Neil Patel, an experienced campaigner from Nova Scotia.
Hopefully better
He has
stays.
been in the provincial team for quite a long time. So Nova Scotia will be expecting big from him today, big games.
Right?
Anurit to Neil.
That's out.
And Quebec went up, but they thought it was a top edge, but
That's out.
umpire wasn't interested. That was again a very close call. The Quebec team looks disappointed.
That's out.
But Yeah, they were very confident in their appeal. So standing umpire is Winston and Park for this game. Underneath to Neil. A dot ball. Didn't give any room to free his arms. To Neil. That was another good ball.
What is this plus 3 plus 2? 3 minutes over.
Nurit was struggling to find his line, but he has regained it in all 3 really good deliveries. That's another one down the leg for a wide, and Nova Scotia steals in a single as well.
And look at it. The why I'm saying is,
Yeah,
it's a chest
seems
tight.
like
Chest
Underwood
tight.
is
So
struggling
it
with his
can't
line
hit
here
the shoulder, right?
a little
It has,
bit.
can't hit the chest and then bump it up over. It has to be gloves. Rubbing here, yeah.
Underwood to Hamza.
Yeah. He's not a proper bouncer.
That was another good delivery from him. Keeping it very tight,
Happy?
apart from the extras.
That was out.
We cannot stay from here.
Yeah, we saw the review on the YouTube. That hit the gloves.
Anurit,
Look at this angle and look at that angle.
See the chest height, can't hit the shoulder.
just waiting. That went down the line. It's a close single that they tried to take. And that's a wide and 2 runs taken. And that is the 4th wide of this over. There wasn't much runs from the bat, but it was mainly wides and by runs. Nova Scotia,
10 of them.
yeah, 12 for 1 after 1.4. So it's becoming a very long over so far. So he has.
Ruchit, please note down, this is a player allowance of 1 minute given to the bowling team. 1 minute.
Thank you.
So Anurit for his 5th delivery now. That's another down the leg, and the keeper did an amazing job. Anurit coming. That was a wide. So Anurit changed his angle coming from round the wicket now. Left arm. There seems to be some disruption in the field.
Only one from the back.
First and final warning given to the fielding team. Talking during run-up, moving unfairly.
Thank you. Anurit to Hamza. That's yet another wide.
Only legal 4.
4.
When illegal.
So that's again the change of angle didn't work for Anurit. He's a slingy bowler there, so it's the pitch in Halifax. It's very narrow, so it's it's kind of difficult to keep your line and length straight. So he was struggling again, yet another wide and a single. For any new bowler who's coming in, it's not an easy task, and especially someone who has a very slingy bowling action. It's not very favorable to keep the ball in line there. So this is again, I think he bowled almost 7 wide deliveries in this over. So 14 runs. So that was right on money. But it's been difficult for Anurit with his bowling action to keep it in his line and length. But undoubtedly he's a really good bowler. He haven't given anything apart from the extras from the bat. And yet that was another good delivery to end the over. It is 14 runs in this over. It's 16 for 1 after 2 overs. The Nova Scotia camp will be happy. Though they didn't get a whole lot of runs from their bat, but they're at 16 runs after 2 overs, and they'll take it after that sloppy start from their end in the first. Jimmy's coming back for his second from the pavilion end. The weather hasn't been the greatest today. We have had sunshine, passing showers, and now it's overcast weather. So Jimmy to Hamza. Hamza goes down the wicket, but the outfield here at the Commons is very slow. Like it's really hard to play a ground shot and clear it. So it won't. It's really hard to clear for boundaries here with the outfield if you play ground shots. But yeah, that was I think some aggressive intent from Hamza, and now it brings back Neil Patel. So Jimmy to Neil. Oh, that was a half-hearted shot. Like he went initially for the shot, but then checked his shot and just stayed for a single. Swings for a single there. So. Jimmy to Hamza. Hamza tried to play another lofted shot, but only didn't. It was mistimed, and he only had to settle in for a single. Jimmy to Neil. That was on the off. Neil played it for 2 runs here. They were comfortably back. I think the ball held up, so Neil didn't play his full shot there, and that went over the 30-yard circle fielder for a couple of runs. Jimmy going for his 5th ball to Neil. Oh, he lost his run-up. As I said, it's not a very favorable condition to bowl. We have had showers, and the bowler lost his footings. I hope there is no injuries there. Jimmy looks okay from the looks of it from here. But as I said, it's wet conditions here, and it's a difficult task for bowlers. So after 2.4 overs, it's Nova Scotia 21 for 1.
चाहिए इसको कॉफी नहीं चाहिए बस
So the Eastern T20 is played among 5 teams. It's New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, PEI and Quebec. So Jimmy going back on his run-up.
Two minutes of player allowance.
So we are resuming.
My bad. Sorry, it will be a ground allowance.
Am I supposed to put like both? I put whatever really happens. I put injury bowler.
That's still open.
So
मोटी
Jimmy to Neil going around the wicket, and that went down for a wide. The Nova Scotia, there's a lot of noises from the Nova Scotia dugout. They know that it's a very important game that they're playing. Flicks it for a 4 square leg area.
Thank you so much. Please acknowledge and then right. Thank you.
So I think what it looks from here is that Jimmy is, at the end of his run-up, he's losing the rhythm and he's not being able to keep his line and length that he's looking for. So that was on the legs, and Neil just picked on it, hit a boundary. So Jimmy to Neil again. That was a very good delivery. Neil just played it for a single. And that's the end of the over. 11 runs from it, 27 for 1 after 3 overs. So looks like after that first expensive over from Anurid, there's a change
Change the
of...
bowler. Abuzar.
Thank you. There
Sorry,
is...
Abuzar, मिल गया?
Yes, bhai, I said thank you. So there's a bowling change from the far end. It's Abuzar Khalid who's coming in. He's a slow medium. He's a medium pacer, right arm medium. And Quebec will be looking for some quick wickets. So Abuzar to Neil. That was a short delivery and Neil pulled it but couldn't time it. Abuzar to Neil, and that was on the legs and picked up by Neil for a single there. They had protection in deep square leg, so they had to settle in for a single. That's a good start by Abuzar for the 4th over. That brings Hamza Maqsood to strike. Abuzar to Hamza.
यहाँ पे म्यूट शो कर रहा है सब
All right. So Hamza stole a single, and Nova Scotia 29 for 1 after 3.4. So it's a great over by Abuzar. Abuzar to Neil, and Neil played a cut shot, and it went all the way for 6. So that went towards deep point for a 6. All right. So Neil moved to 15 of 12, and Abuzar, who had a great start, got. It wasn't a bad delivery, but Neil played a great shot, cutting it towards deep square leg. And now Abuzar has pushed in the 30-yard fielder towards deep square leg. Deep third man area. Abuzar to Neil. He lost his run up there. As I said, it hasn't been the greatest playing condition today, but shout out to all the teams and the match officials that they made sure that the games went on. Abuzar to Neil, and there was some confusion between the batsmen. Neil wanted a single, but Hamza Maqsood sent him back. So that's a dot, and with that it's the end of the over. 8 runs, 35 for 1 after 4.
Bowler name Padam.
Thank you. So there's a bowling change on from the pavilion end. Padam Joshi is coming to bowl. Number 8 for Quebec. It's the last 2 overs of the power play. I think both the team would like to capitalize on this. There is one long on fielder for Padam. And
1 minute of allowance. Player allowance.
And there is a slip fielder for Padam, and he got one on long on and cow corner. So Padam to Hamza, right arm slow, and Hamza just steered it for a single. Every runs are being cheered by the Nova Scotia dugout here. For both the teams, it's a very important game. So Padam to Neil, and Neil picks it up for a boundary in the deep wicket region. That was a short ball from Padam, and Neil.
multiple boundaries on the same side.
Yeah, Padam to Neil. Again, he played it sensibly. Wanted a single there, but sent back by Hamza. So Padam to Neil. So that beat him. That was a really good delivery. Neil went to block, but it beat him. Padam to Neil. That was another short ball and Neil couldn't put his bat onto it.
These are his balls we have.
Padam to Neil. And that was another feature of a delivery, beating Neil. So 5 runs in this over. Nova Scotia 40-1 after 5. Nova Scotia camp will be happy after losing a wicket in their very first delivery. And Abuzar continuing his spell from the far end. And on strike Hamza Maqsood. Abuzar to Hamza. And that was played for a single. Abuzar to Neil. Neil went down the wicket, played it towards the cover region, but as I said, the outfield is very slow. The ball didn't have the legs to cross the boundary and they had to settle in for a couple of runs here. But it seems like there is intent from both the batsmen to take the charge onto the bowlers here. Abuzar to Neil, and Neil was sent back. There was some confusion and they had to settle in, and there was a dot ball there. Neil was interested in the run, but Hamza sent him back. Abuzar to Neil. And Neil played that over deep square leg for another 6. Another 6, and that is being applauded with a loud cheer from the Nova Scotia end. So yeah, that was hit towards deep point for a 6. Abuzar to Neil, and that was a short ball. Neil pulled it but couldn't time it. I think he towed it there, and that's a dot ball. Last ball of the power play. Abuzar to Neil, and that was another great delivery to end the over. That's a dot. 9 runs in this over, 49-1 Nova Scotia, and that's the end of the power play. 6 over. The Nova Scotia dugout is very pumped. Even the Quebec team has some supporters here. So it's going to be a good game. I think Padam is coming for his second over here in this spell, and that puts Hamza onto strike. So I see that the Quebec team is pushing their 5 fielders out. So they have a long on, long off, out corner, deep mid wicket, and that was a dot ball. Padam to Hamza. Hamza went for the shot, didn't time it as well. It landed on the no man's land there. It was off the toe, and he's requesting a new bat. That was off the toe in no man's land. though the long off-fielder did a really good job to cover the grounds, but Padam to kneel, and that was played for another single. Padam to Hamza. And that was Hamza played it defensive with a straight bat. Padam to Hamza. Tried to punch in for a single, but found the fielder. So Padam is getting done with his over real quick. So Hamza played a slog shot for and came back for 2 runs. So 4 runs in this over, and Nova Scotia 53 for 1 after 7. $53 for 1 after 7. 53. So bowling from the far end is number 2, Raghav Tara.
Change the bowler name Raghav.
Thank you. So Raghav bowling from the far end, and Neil Patel on strike.
Of player allowance, drinks.
There is I think
He finished over in 2 minutes. It has been 1 minute after that.
so Raghav left arm to Neil, and Neil cut it towards the third man area for a couple of runs. There's a slip that was put in place. Now it's being pushed towards the 30-yard circle. So Raghav to Neil went for a single. That brings in Hamza to strike. Every run is being cheered loudly by the Nova Scotia dugout here. They want to post a big total here. They have to win this against this Quebec team. Raghav to Hamza. That was a really good delivery. It was coming in with his hand and didn't give him room. That was another short delivery. Hamza pulled it, but only could manage to find the fielder. So the sun is coming out now, which is a great sign. Raghav to Hamza again. That was another good delivery. Went on with the arm. Didn't give any room to free his arms. And another dot ball. That was pitched up delivery, and Hamza picked it up really well all the way for 6 towards the deep mid-wicket region. So that's the end of the over. 9 runs from this over. Nova Scotia 62 for 1 after 8. So I think Padam is coming for his third over here. He's having a great spell so far. 2 overs for 9 runs only, without a wicket. Coming round to Neil. That was right on the money. Dot ball. Padam coming to Neil for his second. And Neil went for a slot shot and found the fielder. Found the long on fielder. Manpreet, okay. So that was a good innings from Neil. He would have definitely wanted to play longer, but I don't think he timed it as well as he wanted to and found the long on fielder. In goes in Nandu. Neil is being applauded by his team for that quick fiery innings that he played.
नहीं भाई वो बंदे की बात कर उसकी टीम की नहीं वो उसने सेंचुरी लगाई ना वो डबल से सेंचुरी लगाई वो
Nandu on strike, number 7 from Nova Scotia. Padam finally got a wicket. He has been bowling very tight from his end, for which he was brought for the third over. He's keeping 2 slips there for Nandu. Nandu checking onto the field. There's 4 fielders. So Padam to Nandu. That was played beautifully with a straight bat for a single. Padam to Hamza. That was another tossed up delivery. Hamza was in 2 minds whether to go for the shot and ended up being straight to the keeper. Padam to Hamza. Hamza played a slog sweep for a boundary towards the deep mid-wicket region.
2 fielders found the gap.
Yeah, so there was 2 fielders there, but he managed to find the gap. At this current run rate, the projected score is 155. Nova Scotia will definitely be looking for that or even higher if they want to defend this total. So Padam to Hamza. That was another tossed up delivery. And Hamza just played for a single.
He missed a dot ball.
Okay, and
dot wicket, 1 dot 4 1.
okay. So that's the end of the 9th over. 6 runs from it. 68 for 2 Nova Scotia. And Hamza plays it. Raghav comes in for his second over from the far end. And Hamza plays him for a single. That brings Nandu to strike. He's coming left arm round the wicket to Nandu. Raghav to Nandu. Nandu played it for a couple of runs over the cover fielder. That was a direct throw, but the batsman was easily back. his crease. Raghav to Nandu. Oh, that was Nandu has found the fielder.
Rajit, we have 3 more balls to go now, right?
Yes. Yes.
The fielder?
3 balls.
Padam?
Yes, 3 balls.
He found the short third man fielder, and in goes number 9 for Nova Scotia, Mandeep, the captain for Team Nova Scotia. And Mandeep, it's Mandeep to strike. Raghav to Mandeep. That was another good delivery, coming in with the arm. Didn't give batsman much room to play. Raghav to Mandeep. That was a tossed up delivery. So yet another dot ball. Raghav to Mandeep. That was an under edge. He's lucky that it didn't went onto the stumps. And that with the dot ball, 3 runs from this over from Raghav and an important wicket of Nandu. Nova Scotia 71 for 3 after 10 overs. So there was some couple of quick wickets in succession, and it has slowed down the run rate a little bit for Nova Scotia, but they would want to take this game as deep as possible. They bat very deep, and they have some power hitters coming down the line as well, so they would want to keep the run rate going, take it deep, and capitalize on the last overs there, 4 to 5 overs. Padam coming for his last over, and Hamza played him towards the long off fielder for a single. That brings in Mandeep on strike. Padam coming round the wicket to Mandeep. That was a really good delivery. Mandeep played it straight back to the bowler. Padam for his third ball. Again, flighted delivery and beat Mandeep. Mandeep is struggling to time the ball here, and he goes for another lofted shot and finds the long on fielder. He was struggling from ball 1. He played 6 dot ball and got out on the 7th ball there. And so another catch by Manpreet, and and in goes Purush Chaudhary.
And the other one,
Yeah,
this is also good.
all good.
This can be used for those, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Yeah. So Nova Scotia losing quick wickets. They have lost 3 quick wickets there. Something that they wouldn't have wanted. But Quebec bowlers, especially Padam Joshi from the pavilion end, has bowled really tight. Didn't let anything, and both the spinners have kept it tight from their end. That brings in Purush Chaudhary in the middle.
It's as if they didn't do it what they are part of. That's all that beautiful job.
So another change of weather here. It was sunny and now it's overcast again. Team Quebec has kept 2 slips. They have gone with an attacking field. They have pulled the long off fielder for Purush. So Padam for his last ball of his spell, and that was again a close call. He bowled it very tight from his end, and that's just only 1 run in his last over with a wicket. And Nova Scotia 72 for 4 after 11 overs. So that was a great spell by Padam from the pavilion end here. He brought back Team Quebec right on the game. I think it's Raghav coming in again for his 3rd. The duo have done an amazing job from both ends to keep things tight and not let the Nova Scotian batsmen free their arms. So Raghav coming round to Hamza. Hamza batting on 22 for 25 deliveries. That was another straighter from Raghav. Didn't give much room to Hamza, and it was a dot. Raghav to Hamza. Another straight delivery, played with a straight bat for a single. So the current run rate has come down significantly in the last 3 or 4 overs, where Quebec pulled back the strings on Nova Scotia, and it's now at 6.44. With this the projected score is 129. So Raghav to Purush. Again, that is really smart bowling from Raghav. He's bringing in the ball with his arm, not giving anything to the right-handed batsmen here, cramping them for room and not letting them free their arms. So Raghav to Purush. Oh, it almost found the fielder there. Purush went for a sweep.
Score is 73 for 4.
74 for 4.
74.
So that brings in, that was a drop chance from the fielder. That Raghav coming in for his 5th delivery to Hamza, who plays it, taps it for a single. So Raghav has kept things really tight, and he's bowling very smart to the right-handed batsmen. Raghav to Purush. That was another slog shot which beat the batsman, and that's 73 runs given, only 75 for 4 after 12 overs. 75.
New bowler, Gur Sahib.
Thank you. So there's a new bowler from the pavilion end, Gur Sahib Singh, coming in. Padam Joshi had bowled a great spell from this end and completed his 4 overs. So I think there is another spinner coming in for him, Gur Sahib Singh. Number 7. And Hamza playing on 28 for 28 delivery, and that was right on the leg, played straight to fielder there. Gur Sahib to Hamza, another short delivery, but Hamza just played for a single. That's a great start. Again, keeping things quiet.
We really after this one. That first one really turned out nice evening.
So now Purush is on strike. Gur Sahib to Purush. Oh, that was on the legs, and Purush swept it for a boundary towards the deep square leg region. So that was applauded from the Nova Scotia dugout. The boundaries had dried up in last 2-3 overs, so it definitely is something that will bring a smile onto their faces. So Gur Sahib to Purush for his 4th delivery of the over. And that was a flighted delivery, and Purush played a short arm jab for another boundary towards the deep cover region. So that's back to back. That's back to back. That's back to back boundary from Purush. Yeah, like he said, no, I played that. So that's 2 back-to-back boundaries from Purush. Gur Sahib to Purush again. There was some miscommunication between the batsmen. Purush wanted a run. He was sent back by Hamza. The batsmen have to be much more clear in their communication. They cannot afford another wicket here if they want to post a big total. Gur Sahib to Purush for his last delivery of the over. And Purush played another sweep for a 6 towards deep square leg region. And that's a big over, 15 runs from this over by Gur Sahib, and Nova Scotia 90 for 4 after end of 13 overs. So I see there is a bowling change from the far end. Most likely number 3 Manpreet Singh is coming to bowl.
New bowler, Manpreet.
Thank you. Manpreet coming in from the far end. He's a medium fast bowler. That was a good delivery. Went for a dot straight to the fielder, short mid-wicket fielder. Manpreet to Hamza. Oh, that was another good delivery. They went for the appeal, and it was given. It's given for caught behind.
No, he bowled.
Huh?
Bowling the off here.
Oh, my apologies. That brushed the wicket and he was bowled by.
Off here.
That wasn't off the bat actually. That was bowled.
That's out bold.
Thank you. So in goes Arun Nag. Left arm. So Hamza will be disappointed, but that was a great delivery from Manpreet. Here from the dugout, it seemed like they were appealing for an edge, but she was actually bowled out. It brushed off the off stump and dislodged the bails there. In goes Arun Nag, a lefty, an experienced campaigner. He'll be looking to play deep here with Purush. So Manpreet to Arun. That was another good delivery. Arun played for a single. Towards the point region, that brings in, so it's a right hand, left hand combination here for Nova Scotia. Manpreet to Purush. That was an under edge. As you saw, Arun Nag lost his footing and somehow made it his way back to his crease.
Crawled back.
He literally crawled back. It was a It was also fair play by Quebec. They didn't win for a run-out chance, but that was edged by Purush, and another wicket in this over.
Another catch, Padam.
Yeah, another catch by Padam. And Manpreet had a great start to his over. Both set batsmen out. In going Satnam Singh for Nova Scotia, number 27. Definitely Purush won't be happy. He would have wanted to play longer, but
In Montreal after last year.
yeah, he came from Montreal.
He and Vicky.
Yeah, Vikram, yeah, and Satnam as well. So Satnam previously played in Montreal. He moved to Vivek, yeah, and he moved to Nova Scotia this year. He did play some explosive innings here and made his way to the provincial team. Nova Scotia would want him to stay longer if they want to post a big total here. So Manpreet to Satnam. Oh, that was Satnam went for the drive but missed it completely, and the keeper went for the run-out chance there. So that's the end of a great over. Nova Scotia 91 for 6 after 14. 14 gone. At 14 gone.
Bowler Raghav, bowling his last over.
Thank you. So Raghav coming in from the far end.
Changing the end.
Actually, sorry, he changed the end. He's coming from pavilion end now for his last over. And he will be bowling to Arun Nag. So again, the field is widespread out.
Just check. I will.
So Raghav coming in for his last over. He bowled 3 overs for 15 and just for his 1 wicket. He will be bowling to Arun.
Ahmed Pallaya Thodi.
going over the wicket, and Arun played that for a single,
Like any of the teams. Like
and that brings in Satnam
no one.
to strike.
कोई अहमद बंदा है जो हमारा रूम ले गया डबल रूम तो हमें कुछ सिंगल रूम करवाना पड़ा इसका और जग्गी का अहमद जो मैंने पोस्ट किया था
So,
अहमद पल्लाया खोदी और उसके साथ कोई रह नहीं रहा किधर रह रहा है
so Raghav bowling round the wicket to Satnam, and he played for a single. No, second ball. Two singles. Again, Raghav to Arun. That was a flighted delivery, and Arun played that. Oh, that was a great effort by the fielder. He almost took the catch, but couldn't hold on to it. He made his ground.
Give 2 minutes for this. I will sort it all out. लेकिन मैं उनको बता दूं अहमद तो उनमें भी नहीं है और एक और चीज़ ये वाला जो नाम है ना they have totally different names जो रह रहे हैं उनके like at least one or two
Raghav bowling his
तो
fourth delivery round the wicket to Satnam.
उनके बात करेंगे कि यार
Oh, that was another good delivery. Satnam checking his shot. Raghav to Satnam. Satnam just cut that for a single. Raghav bowling his last to Arun. Arun played that for a single. End of 15, 5 runs in this over. Nova Scotia 96 for 6 after 15. So Manpreet coming for his second over. He bowled a really good first over, giving only 1 run for 2 wickets. So Manpreet to Arun. Arun plays that towards the long off fielder for a single. That brings Satnam to strike. Manpreet to Satnam. Satnam just played it for another single. So Manpreet has kept things quiet from his end, not letting the batsmen to free their arms. Manpreet to Arun. Arun picked it up from his pads towards the deep mid-wicket region for a couple of runs. As I said, the outfield here is very slow, so it didn't had much legs to clear it. Manpreet to Arun. That was played, flicked from his pads. Arun sent Satnam back. Manpreet to Satnam. Oh, Satnam went for a slog. Oh, that was a great throw from the teeth, but they managed to came back for a single couple of runs there. Arun is a great runner between the wickets, so he runs the first one very hard and makes sure that he has chance for the second run there. Manpreet to Satnam, and Satnam just cut that over the fielder for a couple of runs again. Yeah, so there's 3 doubles in this over. That's 9 runs from the over. Nova Scotia 105 for 6 after 16. So that was a really good over. So they have to step on the gas pedal from here. They have to post a big total here if they want to defend it. So Padam and Raghav both done with their 4 overs. So I think it's Abuzar having a change of ends, and he's coming for his 3rd over from the pavilion end here. And he's coming round the wicket to Arun. Abuzar to coming for his 3rd to Arun. Abuzar to Arun, and that was flat batted towards the long off fielder for a second single. That brings Satnam to strike. So Abuzar is coming over the wicket to Satnam. Abuzar to Satnam here, and that landed on the no man's land for a single. He didn't time it as well as he wanted. It was more of a top edge that landed in the no man's land there. So Abuzar is coming round to Arun here. Oh, that was a great take. That was a great take by the wicket keeper. Rajiv, that was a brilliant catch by Rajiv. In goes number 6, Nilay Patel. But that was a great catch by the wicketkeeper Rajiv there. It had an inside edge. I think he was moving on one end and the ball was going on the other, but his reflexes were quick and managed to grab that. It was a great take by the wicketkeeper. So Nilay, I think he's a left-arm bowler but a right-hand batsman, taking his mark. Abuzar to Nilay. That played for a single, pushed for a single there. I think Quebec won't mind the singles at this point. They just don't want to let Nova Scotia lose here. And Nova Scotia would be looking to play out the 20 overs and score as big of a total as they can. Abu Zair to Satnam. He went down the wicket, but Abu Zair kept it quiet, was able to keep Satnam quiet here and just gave him a single. Abu Zair to Nilay. That went down for a wide, and the keeper did an amazing job. To keep it in check and not give any extra bye runs. Abu Zair for his last delivery of the over. That was slower off the hand, and Nilay just played it for a single. So that's 6 runs from the over with a wicket, and Nova Scotia 111 for 7 after 17 overs. I think Manpreet is coming back for his third here. As I said, he has been bowling very tight, 2 overs, 10 runs and 2 wickets. So he'll be coming for his third, and Nilay will be facing Manpreet. So Manpreet to Nilay. And Nilay played it from the pads for a single, gave the strike to Satnam. Manpreet to Satnam here. Manpreet to Satnam. And that's out. Number 7, Gursahid Singh took the catch towards deep point area, and in goes Mohit Kumar for Nova Scotia, wicket-keeper batsman. Nova Scotia would have definitely wanted Satnam to stay till the end and hit some big ones, but I think he succumbed to pressure there. Only managed to find the fielder. Yeah, again Manpreet doing his job that he has done so far really well, taking wickets in regular intervals and in due time. That brings in a lefty on strike, Mohit Kumar. Manpreet to Mohit. They went for the appeal, that was straight. That was a leg bye. That brings Nilay to strike. Again, Manpreet to Nilay. That was a full toss that was just played for a single. Manpreet to Mohit. The exchange for another single.
Can the batsman ask for the ball swing, or is it the umpire? The umpire?
Four umpires.
So Manpreet to Nilay. Played for another single. And that ends the over. 5 runs from this over. Nova Scotia 116 for 8 with 2 overs to go.
2 overs to go?
Yeah. So seems like Abu Zair is coming for his last over from pavilion end to finish his fourth, and most likely it will be Manpreet for his last on the far end in the 20th over. These two bowlers have kept things quiet. Abu Zair to Nilay. That went down the leg for a wide. Every runs are being cheered by the Nova Scotia dugout here. They know the importance. Abu Zair to Nilay, and that was beautifully played with a straight bat for a single there from Nilay. That brings in the left-hander Mohit on strike. Nova Scotia will be expecting some big shots from Mohit here. They want a defendable total. But that was pulled really well, but he managed to found the fielder and settle in for a couple of runs. And Mohit is a quick runner between the wickets, so he managed to come in for his second. Abu Zair bowling to Mohit. That there was some confusion. That was wide.
He called away?
I hope not. Did he? He called wide. He called wide. Yeah, because he couldn't see Abu Zair was involved. He came in between. Abu Zair to Mohit. That was played for a single. That brings Nilay to strike. Abu Zair to Nilay. And that was played from the legs. And they'll be looking. He was sent back by Mohit. Abu Zair bowling his fifth ball of the over to Mohit, and that was another wide. As I said earlier, the pitch is very narrow here at the Commons, and as a bowler it's tough to keep it in check sometimes. Abu Zair to Mohit. That was a dot ball. Again, the batsman wasn't too happy with the call. I think the bowler was on the way of umpire's vision here, but again, it's no one's fault here. We have to get on with the spirit of the game and the umpire's call. So Abu Zair coming for his last ball of his spell to Mohit, and that was a really good delivery. Mohit ran the first one very hard and ran the second one really hard as well, and squeezed in a 2 there, which was being wildly applauded by the Nova Scotian dugout. So this over went for 10 runs. Nova Scotia 126 for 8 after 19th over. So yeah, Manpreet is coming for his last over here from the far end. Also the last over of the innings, with Nilay on strike. So Manpreet to Nilay. Oh, that was right on the block hole there. There was a run-out chance as Mohit made his halfway to the middle of the crease for a run, but Nilay wasn't interested. Manpreet to Nilay, and Nilay played that toward the cover region for a single, found the fielder. So last 4 balls of the innings, Nova Scotia will be expecting some big shots from Mohit here. Manpreet to Mohit, and not sure if it had enough legs, but they are coming back for the second and they're easily home. So these are some good running between the wickets by these 2 batsmen here, Nilay and Mohit. Manpreet to Mohit, and that flew off from the edge towards the third man, and they come back easily for their double. Manpreet to Mohit. That was run out. Nilay Patel, fielder. Fielder.
Please repeat the fielder.
Guys, do you know who the fielder was for the run out?
Please repeat the fielder. Fielder.
Can we have a volunteer please to broom the pitch, please? Thank you.
Who was the fielder? Run out.
Rahim.
The game is over.
Yep. .134, 135 target. Yeah. Just Rahim is on strike.
Yeah.
And
Sorry?
Gur Sahib.
Yes, sir.
Okay. bowling is Nilay Patel. Alright folks, as Nova Scotia posted a total of 134 and posted a total of 134 and Quebec need 135 runs to chase. Starting the second innings, taking strike is Rahim Jilani and Gursahib Singh for Quebec, and opening the bowling for Nova Scotia is Nilay Patel. Another great delivery, rising delivery from Nilay. He's a left arm fast bowler. Keeps his line and length. He has a high arm action, keeps his line and length pretty tight. So it will be an interesting face-off between Nilay and Rahim. Again, it was a little pitched up delivery and Rahim took it towards the boundary, towards the cover region. So Nova Scotia won't be happy because they were going great at one point, 71 for 1, and then you can say that they had a batting collapse there, and they only managed to get 134, which is not even par in this ground. But they have a great bowling lineup which they'll try to restrict, but definitely they'll have some regrets on not posting a much bigger total. So that's another great delivery from Nilay. Right on the money there, and Rahim just waiting for a dot ball. So Nilay to Rahim. That was another good delivery, hitting quick at Rahim, and I think he just checked his shot there. So that was a very fast delivery from Nilay. I think he was surprised by the pace there. But Rahim had a confident start. Nilay for his last ball of the over. Oh, that's a huge shot. That was pitched up, huge shot over deep cover for a 6. And that's an expensive first over. 10 runs in the very first over. That was more like a short arm jab from Rahim there. He picked it up quite well. 10 run, Team Quebec, 10 run after the first over. Bowling from the far end is Ankit Jain.
Ankit. Kazi, you already know the bowler, right? But if you don't know any, ask me.
Thank you.
I don't know his anchor.
Alright, it's Ankit Jain coming from the far end. And on strike Gursahib Singh. He had an expensive first over, bowled only 1 over, which went off for I think almost 15 runs. So he would definitely want to compensate for that and play a great innings to take Quebec home today. So Ankit Jain to Gursahib Singh. There is a slip in place for him and a deep point for Gursahib. Ankit to Gursahib. That was a wide delivery. Ankit to Gursahib. Oh, that was an edge. That was an edge missed by the keeper. Mohit went flying in, but I think it was straight for Amit to take, and it was a drop catch. Ankit was definitely not happy with that. As they say, catches win matches, and you surely don't want to drop anything that comes your way. I think it was more for the first slip fielder to take. Ankit lost his footing there. But Ankit was very frustrated, so I hope it doesn't goes on to rub salt in his wound. Ankit to Gur Sahib. That's another wide. I think Ankit is not very happy there. Ankit to Gur Sahib.
I think people will feel right in that case.
I think Nova Scotia needed that wicket desperately. Ankit to Gur Sahib. That was right on the pads. Went on for a dot. Every ball is being cheered by the Nova Scotian dugout. So we have the sun out here, which is very promising. Ankit to Gur Sahib, and Gur Sahib was right on the slot, and he just went for it. For a boundary right over the bowler's head there. Ankit to Gur Sahib here. That was a good delivery. Didn't give the batsman any room to free his arms. That was over. That was 6 runs from the over of Ankit Jain. Quebec 16 for none. 16. I think there is a bowling change from the pavilion end. Nilay being replaced with Arun Nag, left arm off spinner. There is a slip in place for Rahim. Narun has the long on fielder, and that's first ball. Arun has been greeted by a 6 over the deep cover region by Rahim. I don't think Rahim is looking to take this game till the last over. He's looking to finish it way before the 20th over here. He has the intention, he's going after. Arun to Rahim. That was to the pads, but not interested in an appeal. Goes for a dot. I think it was an inside edge to the pads. So Arun to Rahim. Oh, that was lofted over, short mid wicket for a single. That brings Gur Sahib to strike. to Gur Sahib. Settled for a dot ball there. Arun to Gur Sahib. That was another ball played straight back to the bowler for a dot. Arun coming for his last ball of the over. That was punched towards the long on fielder for a single. And that's the end of the third over by Arun. On Nova Scotia innings, 8 runs in the over. Quebec 24 for none after 3. So they're going at a great run rate, 8 runs and over. Nova Scotia has to look for quick wickets from here if they want to win this. So Ankit Jain comes for his second over from the far end. Ankit to Gur Sahib. And kept it for a dot.
Umpiring only one match. Looks like.
Ankit, that went down the leg for a wide. Ankit to Gur Sahib. That was a short delivery. That I think went off the gloves for a single. So Ankit getting a change of angle, coming round the wicket now to Rahim. That was a short delivery and Rahim
The best use of the
made best use of the power play and the pace and played towards deep mid wicket region for a 4.
given 4. Is it give 4?
Ankit to Rahim. That was right on the money. A perfect Yorker. Went for a dot. Rahim playing on 21 of 11 deliveries. He has taken the charge to the bowlers. Ankit to Rahim. Oh, sorry, wasn't that a 4?
No, that was not a 4.
I also fold. 2 runs.
So 2 and then there was a dot and a 1, right? And so another 1. And that's the end of the over. 6 runs from the over. Team Quebec 30 after 4 overs. The required is 105 in 96 deliveries here. So Arun comes back for his second. Arun to Gur Sahib.
मैं तो सोच रहा कि अभी जायका और कॉफी का वो जग लेकर पे आ रहे हैं
Gur Sahib played it for a single. On strike Rahim. Arun to Rahim, and went straight on to his wicket, and Rahim bowled by Arun. I think that was a much needed wicket for Nova Scotia because Rahim was playing really well and he was taking the charge onto the Nova Scotian bowlers. That was a much needed wicket for them. Rahim won't definitely be happy. He would have definitely wanted to finish the game off for Team Quebec. But in goes number Raghav. Okay, in goes Raghav. So that was a very crucial breakthrough brought in by Arun for Team Nova Scotia because Rahim was looking dangerous, as I said before. There will definitely be some relief in Team Nova Scotia here. Arun going over the wicket to Raghav, who is a left-hand batsman here, taking his guard. The word from the dugout is wickets. That's what Nova Scotia needs if they have to defend this very small total that they have posted. And it will be interesting to see Raghav's approach from here, if he can keep the streaks of Rahim in here. Arun to Raghav. It was played straight back to the bowler. So there's some camaraderie between Arun and the two batsmen there. Arun to Raghav, and they went for the appeal for stumping, but leg umpire Winston wasn't interested, but that was some great keeping by Mohit. He was quick. He dislodged the wickets. Very quick. But Raghav had his ground. Arun to Raghav. Oh, that's bowled. That's another wicket. That's another wicket as we speak. That went on to clip the top of the off stump. And Raghav walks back to the pavilion. So that was too quick wicket from Arun, bringing back Nova Scotia back in the game here. In goes in the wicket-keeper batsman Rajib. So the new batsman in Rajib Laskar.
You know he's a good wicket keeper.
Yeah.
We have two better people. Shiraz. There's Ravindra.
I played against Rajiv in the college cricket tournament in King City, and he opened in that tournament for McGill.
Yeah. He's a good batsman.
Okay.
It's just like the team is full of openers.
Okay.
Because Raghav is a opener.
Yeah.
Zaib is a opener.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to provincial, the dynamic changes a little bit, right? Yeah. No. Arun bowling his last ball of the over to Rajiv. So it will be interesting to see the face-off between these two. From my experience, I've played with Rajiv before. He's a very technical batsman. He likes to use the pace of the ball. It will be interesting to see how he adapts to this Halifax Commons ground here. I have had the opportunity to play against him in the college cricket tournament, and he's a really good batsman. Quebec would want him to stay as long and take the game as deep as possible from here. So there's a bowling change from the far end. I think the captain Mandeep is coming to bowl now. He's a very good leg spinner. Didn't click with the bat as much, but Nova Scotia would definitely want some quick wickets from Mandeep here, the skipper. So Gur Sahib on strike, Mandeep to Gur Sahib. That was a flighted delivery. No. That was a dot ball, and that was another edge, inside edge to the pads for a dot. This is the last over of the power play. Again, Arun bowled an excellent last over, taking 2 wickets and not giving away as much run to pull things back. Mandeep to Gur Sahib, straight to the fielder. Oh, that was another run out chance, but I think the fielder Ankit was very slow, wasn't as quick to receive the ball and throw it to the wicket keeper, and Rajiv was well in his crease when the stumps were dislodged. So Mandeep isn't as happy, but he wants his players and the fielders to be very alert and make sure those singles, they can definitely cause the game here for Nova Scotia.
I think Nova Scotia does have an upper hand right now because they have been able to control that.
Yeah.
And take wickets for last
Yeah, exactly.
over change.
Yeah, 100%. As my colleague here was saying, that Nova Scotia might have an upper hand at this point. Mandeep to Rajiv. Just played for a dot. He was saying that Nova Scotia has the upper hand as they were able to pull back things since the loss of 2 wickets. Mandeep to Rajiv, that was a flighted delivery, tossed up, and that went for a dot. Mandeep to Rajiv here. That was cut. Mandeep wouldn't like it because the fielder had to cut that, whereas I think there wasn't a single there, but he allowed it, fielder Ankit Jain, and Mandeep won't be too happy. So this is another great over from Nova Scotia, only 2 runs, and Team Quebec is 33 for 2 after the end of the power play, 6 overs. 33 for 2. I think Arun coming back for his third over here. They would definitely want to get some good overs and quick wickets out of Arun here. He's bowling to the right-hander, Rajiv on strike. Arun to Rajiv, and that was to the pads. I think little above the knee roll. Arun was very much interested, but Parth wasn't. From here it seemed to be going over the wicket, but Arun made a very confident appeal for a leg before there. Arun to Rajiv. Rajiv just steered it for a single. I think Nova Scotia are leaking singles where they're not, so their ground fielding has to be very much better if they want to keep things tight. They're giving away easy singles. That brings Gursahib Singh to the strike, and again he plays it straight back to Arun for another dot, and the Nova Scotia dugout is cheering every dot that is coming their way. Arun to Gursahib. Oh, that's another bowl. This time it clipped the top of the leg stump of Gursahib for a wicket here. I think that went with the arm and went on to clip the top of leg stump. I see the Nova Scotia coach Reese Telling right on the sideline here, making sure. So in going Het Kumar Patel. I think it was a great change that is coming up here. Arun brought in three quick wickets, all of them bowled, dismantled the stumps there and brought Nova Scotia back in the game. They would want, again, he's bowling his third, they would want a couple more from him if they have to win this game here. So there's still two more balls to go in this over. Arun 2.4, 10 runs, 3 wickets so far. Arun to Het. Oh, that was powerfully hit by Het. It was tossed up, but they had to settle in for a single. Arun bowling his last ball of the third over to Rajiv. Arun to Rajiv here again. Rajiv just played it for a single. I think Nova Scotia wouldn't mind the singles as much as long as they don't give those boundaries. That's 3 runs of the over. Team Quebec 36 for 3 after 7th over. And I think continuing from the far end is Mandeep. Again, Nova Scotia would definitely want Mandeep to take wickets as well from the other end. Ankit is on the slip. There's a slip fielder. Mandeep to Rajiv and played straight to the fielder there. That's a dot ball. As I said, every dot ball is being cheered by the Nova Scotian dugout here. I think they're going on a heavy offside field here. Amit Joshi coming from short mid wicket to slip. Mandeep to Rajiv. Flighted delivery. Het sent Rajiv back for the second, so that's only 1 run. Rajiv playing at 4 for 9 and Heth 1 for 1. Mandeep to Heth. That was a flighted delivery and Heth just tapped it towards the point fielder. So things has been quiet since Rahim got out. Mandeep to Heth. And that's a direct throw. That's a direct throw from Mohit. Leg umpire, Parth not interested at all. The Nova Scotia team were very static about the fact that they thought they had their man Rajiv, but it was a single. They look. That was a great piece of keeping from Mohit. Rajiv on strike, Mandeep to Rajiv. That was a short delivery and Rajiv pulled it well, but only managed to get a single. Mandeep to Heth. Another flighted delivery. Trying to squeeze in a single, but couldn't because Mohit was up to the task. So another tight over from Mandeep. Three runs only. Team Quebec 39 for 3 after the end of 8th over. Hello? Huh. Oh, Sri, how are you doing? Sorry. Good, bye. Do you mind if I call you back in an hour? Okay. So Arun comes back for his last over from the pavilion end. And on strike is Rajiv. Yeah. Arun to Rajiv. And that was just played for a single there by Rajiv. As I said earlier, the ground here, the outfield isn't very favorable to the batsman. It's slow, so it's hard to play a ground shot and get it past the boundary. That was another single from Heth. Normally the way to go here at the Commons is you have to play those aerial shots if you have to clear the boundary. Arun to Rajiv. That was a good delivery, rising delivery. He went on with the arm and for a dot. So the Nova Scotian team is very pumped. They're thinking they're back on the game. That was a great piece of fielding by Arun to stop the rebound from Rajiv. As I said, you have to be on top of your fielding if you have to win this game. And Arun, he's a great fielder and has been bowling amazingly well from his end. So that's 3 runs so far in the over. Arun will be bowling his last, so 3.5 for 15 for 3 wickets. Crucial wickets, I must say. So Arun for his last ball of his spell. Let's see if he finishes off on a high note here. Arun to Heth. Oh, that was blocked. Oh, Rajiv was okay. I think Rajiv slipped in the middle, and great sportsman shown by Arun. I think a return of a favor. He slipped in the middle as well. Quebec didn't go for that run out and he returned the favor. So that's some great sportsmanship shown by both teams, Quebec and Nova Scotia here. And that was widely applauded by everyone, all the other teams that are presented here at the ground as well. So again, that's what we play for, the spirit of the game. I think Mandeep is coming. That's only 3 runs in that over. An excellent spell by Arun. Team Quebec 42 for 3 after end of 9. And Mandeep coming for his 3rd over. Mandeep to Rajiv. And that was a great late cut shot played by Rajiv. But as I said, the outfield, the ball doesn't have enough legs to go because of the heavy outfield, and they managed to come back for a couple. And as I said, that was a no ball by Mandeep. That was no ball by Mandeep. That's a free hit. That was a no ball. No ball. So that was no ball, 3 runs off that ball, and that's a free hit. So Mandeep to Rajiv here. And that was played. So again, we are seeing that's 2 runs by Rajiv, but Mandeep to Rajiv here, who's batting on 11 of 16. That was a flighted delivery. Rajiv was only able to manage to get a single there. So the required run rate is 8.16. So Mandeep to Heth. That was again a very flighted delivery, was rising to the batsman and kept things quiet for a dot there. Mandeep. Mandeep to Heth. Flighted delivery, that was a top edge, but going onto the no man's land for a single. Mandeep to Rajiv here. Again a short delivery, and Rajiv played it up beautifully for a 6 over the deep mid-wicket region here. So that was a very welcome boundary for Team Quebec after a long time, since actually
46 balls.
They called it over. Sorry, I think there was some confusion. There is one more delivery to go for this over.
After 46 balls,
Okay,
so it's one more ball because the first
so that's a boundary after 46 ball here. So Mandeep for his last ball to Rajiv. I think that was touch short, and Rajiv didn't want it to lose out on that opportunity, and that's dot to finish the over. That's 13 runs from this over. Touch expensive, and Team Quebec 55 for 3 after end of 10 overs, and they required 80 of 60 deliveries here. So coming from the pavilion end is Nandu, another leg spinner. It will be crucial that Nova Scotia gets 4 good overs out from Nandu here. And on strike is Heth. So another leg spinner The field is widespread out. There is
We
one.
will need a broom after this over. Can we get a broom after this over, please?
Yes. Coach, broom after this over. Broom.
Coach,
Yes, sir. We'll need a broom after this
who
over.
wants to boom the wicket after this over?
Okay, so new bowler Nandu coming in from pavilion end to head. That was Arun right on the money. Nandu to Rajiv. That was a late cut shot played by Rajiv for a single towards the point region. Nandu to head. I think that came in and just played around for a single.
मैं बोला था बताओ किसने बोला था ये बोला
Nandu to Rajiv. And that was played for a couple of runs. Nandu is not being able to get the line and length that he's looking for. He's bowling a bit short here to the Quebec batsman. He's not pitching anything up, and for which they are being able to take easy singles. Astik, you have to go. You have to go with the broom. Like, go to Parth, he'll tell you. So that was again played to the fielder on point, and that's a dot. That's 5 runs from the over. Team Quebec 60 for 3 after end of 11 overs here.
Yes, after Arun bowled out, they don't know how to take wickets.
Yeah, I think my colleague here is saying that after Arun bowled out his 4 overs, it seems like Nova Scotia doesn't know how to get wickets here, but that's what has been the situation. Arun was the only bowler to get the 3 wickets that Quebec has lost so far. So if as I said, for Nova Scotia, it's now a game of wickets. They cannot let Team Quebec to go deep with this game if they have to win this. So they have to take quick wickets.
Please note 2 minutes of allowances, ground allowances.
And
Thank you.
You have to hold it and then speak, then only I can hear.
So I think there is a bowling change from the far end. Mandeep took himself off, and I think it's Nilay Patel who's coming back for his second after going in for 10 in his first over, where Rahim took the charge on him, hitting him for a boundary and a 6 in his first over. So it will be interesting to see how Nilay comes back, and he has to bowl a tight spell to bring back Nova Scotia in this game. So Nilay to Heth. That was quick. Oh, that was right on the money. That was Rajiv was interested in the run, but sent back by Heth. So that's 2 dot ball to start off. the 12th over. So Mila is bowling some tight lengths, and that brings Rajiv to strike. That flew off the edge from So that's 4 singles in the over, and Team Quebec 64 for 3 after 12 overs. Bolo. ठीक है, take some rest. You can figure it out. As we speak, Nandu comes back for his second, and Rajiv was able to cut the ball towards the third man region and take couple. So Nandu to Rajiv here, and Rajiv came down the wicket and played it towards the deep cover region for a single there. Rajiv has picked up his game really well. I think he has converted the singles into doubles, so now he has creeped back 26 of 27. Nandu to Het. That's again Nandu to Rajiv. That was a short ball to the pads. Rajiv was looking to play towards the deep square leg region, but it went to brush off his, I think, little above the knee roll there for a dot. Nandu made a very confident appeal, but the umpire wasn't interested. So Nandu to Rajiv. That was a tossed up delivery for a wide. Nandu. That was off the toe from the bat of Rajiv, but it fell on the no man's land and they changed crease for a single there. So Nandu. Nandu bowling his last ball of the second over, Nandu to Het, and that was a huge shot, but the ball held in the air and Aruna getting under it, and that's the demise of Het Kumar.
We need Arun to get beaten.
So as my colleague was saying, you need Arun in some shape or form to get wickets. That was really high in the air. You know, I think there's a heavy. The air was heavy, for which it didn't have the legs to go over the boundary here. And Arun, I think, took a brilliant catch because it was really high in the air.
We need the ball, guys. We need a replacement ball.
At this point,
30 overs finished. Replacement ball.
Getting that.
So that's the end of the 13th over of game. Team Quebec 70 for 4 after 13, required 65 of 42 at a run rate of 9.29. And as we speak, the ball is being changed. As I said, it's very wet conditions and the ball loses its shape. And they had to get a new ball there. So, and the new batsman in.
Jimmy.
So new batsman is Jimmy, the opening bowler for Quebec, who went in. And we have to see the bowler from the far end. I think it's Nilay who's going to come again, who's going to come back. No, but it looks like it's Mandeep who's coming to finish off his that was a surprise move. Mandeep came in to bowl his last, and I think it's Rajiv who's on strike. Mandeep to Rajiv. Oh, that was off the edge. That was a late cut played by Rajiv. That brings Jimmy on strike. And Mandeep straight away brings the slip fielder. That was bold. That went with the arm. Jimmy went for the big slog and bowled by Mandeep. So that's fall of the 5th wicket of Team Quebec going in to bat. Who's the new batsman? Number 24. I don't know the. Yeah. Oh no problem.
24 is Rahul.
Rahul Sharma made his way in the middle. So that was a bowled. Jimmy was bowled by Mandeep, his first delivery, and that brings on to strike Rahul Sharma. Mandeep again, another ball coming. I think it was the wrong one, which came into the batsman. Mandeep to Rahul. Was it a dot before this game?
Yes. 4 balls come.
Yeah. Rajiv back on strike. Mandeep to Rajiv. Oh, that was between the two fielders. And the batsman was able to squeeze back a double while the fielders were figuring out who was going to go for the ball. Arun and Ankit. So Mandeep for his last ball of his spell. Nova Scotia would definitely won't mind a wicket from this last delivery from Mandeep. That again came back. And that was 5 runs of this over with a wicket. End of 14th. Team Quebec 75 for 5 after 14th over. $75 for 5 after 14. I think Nandu coming back for his 3rd over here. Nandu to Rajiv. And that was a brilliant catch taken in deep square leg by Hamza.
Getting Rajiv out.
Yeah, the well set batsman Rajiv. That was a great catch taken by Hamza Maqsood on deep square leg. He had to be aware of that. He did take the catch, but had to make sure that he was well within the boundary. So that brings in, I think, Manpreet Singh in the middle. That was the wicket of the well set Rajiv there, who played an excellent innings, excellent anchoring innings.
वही जो कल रात को लिया था रूम वही रखना।
दो रूम नहीं रखना, एक में ही ले जाना।
एक में ही है, ठीक है। चलोगे उसके, वो बोलता ज्यादा। ठीक है।
तभी वो 3 घंटे सोने को मिला था हमको यार।
हाँ ठीक है।
That's Manpreet, right?
वो खराटे तो नहीं मारता।
बताइए 3 घंटे दोनों कुत्ते की तरह सो गए।
चलो ठीक है।
That's Manpreet, right? Number 8.
3 घंटे मिले सोने के लिए।
चलो उसके साथ नहीं सो रहे ना वो। फिर तो हनीमून स्वीट
Is that
Weekend hotspot.
yeah, I just wanted to know.
The back end, right? 24.
Oh, that, as we speak, that was a brilliant stump by Mohit. That's another wicket by Nandu. Number 8 was Manpreet.
Number 8 was Padam.
Padam?
Yeah. The new one going out, what number is it? 13. Number 13 is Abuza. Okay. Abuza is going to be.
Okay. I just wanted to know, it was 2 back-to-back wickets, right?
2 back-to-back wickets.
Two best runners, right? Manpreet and
That was some great piece of wicket keeping from Mohit there. He was onto it in a flash, and that brings in Abuzar Khalid in the middle. That's 2 back-to-back wickets for Nandu there.
Let's go, boys! 3 more to go, boys!
So that was the fall of the 7th wicket for Team Quebec. That was a wrong one that came to the batsman. That was a very good flighted delivery to Abu Zair, and at the same time it was a wrong one that came in to the batsman. He was looking to play it out and just edged it for a single. Nandu to Rahul. That's a 6, and that was 6 in the deep mid wicket region by Rahul Sharma, and it hit, I think, brushed it went over the head of the fielder there, Neil Patel. So that was some great intent shown by Rahul. Nandu to Rahul again. That's a wide. Team Quebec need 52 of 31 as we speak. Nandu to Rahul. Rahul is showing some great intent, and that over was 9 runs and 2 crucial wickets, and Team Quebec is 84 for 7. Rahul showing some great intent in there in the middle. He hit one for a 6. So these pair have to stay in there if they have to go on to win this. 84 for 7. 84 for 7. 15 overs done.
15 overs done.
So it's Ankit Jain coming for his 3rd over from the far end to Rahul. The required run rate for Quebec is 10.20, so they need 10 runs and over if they have to go on to win this game. Ankit just setting up his field here. That was a great piece of fielding by Nile. Single, yeah. So Ankit to Abu Zair. Abu Zair taking his guard. Ankit has to make sure that he keeps things tight if Nova Scotia has to win this game, and Abu Zair has to try to hit some boundaries in this over. Ankit to Abu Zair. That was again a great delivery, and Rahul was sent back by Abu Zair. So that's a dot delivery right there. Ankit to Abu Zair. That was another tossed up delivery. He's looking for the Yorker there, but that one went slightly off, and it was a full toss delivery that went for a dot. Ankit to Abu Zair. That brushed off from the legs as that's leg by at single by the umpire. Two balls to go in this over. Ankit to Rahul. That is a big shot, but taken on the deep by Mandeep. Satnam.
Satu.
Manpreet. All right, the new batsman in for Team Quebec is Manpreet. I think that was a crucial wicket for Nova Scotia because Rahul was looking good and he was showing his intent there to go for the big shots, so that will be a relief for Team Nova Scotia. And as I said, the air is heavy, so you have to get a lot of it behind to get it past the boundary here. Ankit to Manpreet, he squeezes in a single there, and that's the end. Only 3 runs in that over and a crucial wicket of Rahul, and Team Quebec 87 for 8 after 16 over. I think the 87 for 8 after. So the required run rate is 48 of 24, and Nandu is coming back for his 4th over. So the required run rate per over is 12 runs as of now. Nova Scotia would want to wrap it up from here. I don't think they would want to take it any deeper than this. Nandu to Manpreet. That was played in around the point region for a single. That brings Abu Zair on strike. Nandu to Abu Zair. He went down the wicket, had to check his shot, and that's a dot. Nandu to Abu Zair. Oh, he was completely beaten by the bowler there, and the wicketkeeper was looking for a stumping opportunity, but he was steady on his ground there. So Nandu, that's just 1 run of the over so far. Oh, that was a great 6 by Abu Zair. Came down the wicket and played it over the long on fielder for a big 6. So that would release some of the pressure from Team Quebec. Nandu to Abu Zair. A short delivery and a wide. That was another great delivery by Nandu, which was widely applauded by his teammates. So last ball of the over, last ball of the spell for Nandu here. Again went down, and Abu Zair takes a 4th wicket there. Abu Zair went down the wicket. Nandu was able to anticipate it, pulled back his line, and Abu Zair went for the edge that went straight to Porush there on short 3rd man area, and that was the 9th wicket for Team Quebec. In goes Anurit, the last 95 for 9, 95. 95.
95.
So that was the fall of the 9th wicket. And comes to bowl Nilay Patel. Anurit is making his way in the middle. Nilay comes back for his 3rd over. Who's on strike?
So 2 after this, 3.
Who's on strike? There. Manpreet on strike. Nilay to Manpreet. That starts off with a dot ball. Team Quebec needs 40 runs in 17 deliveries. There. Nilay to Manpreet. That was right on the pads there towards the deep square leg region, and the batsman is coming back for the second, but it's a run out opportunity and it's given. So that was the last wicket for Team Quebec. They were coming back for the second. Manpreet. So Nova Scotia won by 38 runs, winning their second game of the day, and that wraps up all the games for day 1 today. Thank you everyone for joining in, those watching from home. We will come back tomorrow again with some great actions in between these teams.